have a go at this. The Oodnadatta Track! We're heading to the Oodnadatta Track. I'm bloody excited. I know nothing about it. Haven't even done any research. I think we're pulling up just before we touch it tonight. I don't honestly know. I know enough that it's off-grid and there's nothing there, right? There's 2 places that we can fill up. Like, I know enough about it, and it's remote. So come bloody with us! Hey, go and welcome back. Today, prep day. So what we've got to do is these, they look like this. This opens the doors, right? But these rattle loose. This little bit screws into there, and these little things rattle loose, and then you can't undo your cupboard. And because we're about to head off and do an off-road track, we need to get this done. We've been procrastinating about this for a while now, and there's been a couple of cupboards that keep getting stuck. So you think we'd just do it, but we're shocking. We're going to do every single cupboard in the van, and we also have to do these on the windows because they keep rattling loose even just on road trips. So we need to get that done on every single window. So it's literally just go around, make sure everything's tight, make sure everything's secure, because after 600, I don't even know how long this track is, 600 and something k's, that was a lot of Loctite. Whoops. Things are going to rattle, and things are going to rattle loose. So we're just prepping. Alrighty, we are almost done with everything. I haven't really brought you with us. I'm not very good at that part of it yet, sorry, like where do you set the bloody camera up to film yours and all that sort of shit. So Maddie's putting this back in. Freaking awesome that we decided to do these. Just these arms, because the actual silver bit that holds it into the window with like a little cap on the end that like squeezes it together, we had a couple of them loose, so that could have been a bit rough, to say the least. So also following this, it's windy as outside, so I will take you, but we're just going underneath the cars, make sure everything's greased up, look at our suspensions, make sure they're fine. Like, you don't have to be a mechanic, it's just sort of maintenance. Make sure like a bolt isn't loose, make sure something hasn't got a crack through it. Like suspension, we're just looking for cracks, how the weld's going, are any bolts loose. Just sort of maintenance-y stuff, a bit bigger before a track like this that'll rattle those sort of things loose. The old boy's just finished, so just grab yourself a tab, get under. So he's been doing that, we've been inside. Just to make sure everything looks half decent for when we hit the tracks. He's greased up underneath both cars, and like I said with the suspensions, just checking them for cracks and just sagginess or anything like that. Just something that you can pick up beforehand. Other than that, don't forget anything that you attach to your car. We've got these, like, just check the bolts, make sure they're all good. Alright, that's enough from me. I don't know what else we're doing. I think we'll go for a walk around town. I'm going to go fill up here to be sure. And then, what? I don't know, have a look around. Alright, I just thought I'd let you know. So, unfortunately to stay here, we've got to go to the pub for a beer. So let's get in there. Good morning. It's another glorious morning, and I've just dragged my ass out of bed finally. But today is the day we hit the bloody track. We are super excited. We'll bring you along for what we're going to do with the tyres. Pressure wise, I'll be honest with you, I don't 100% know. This is going to be a little bit of trial and error. What I personally do is I'll choose a figure, I'll go down to it, and then if I don't like the way something's riding, I'll change it again, okay, and then see what that ride's like. And I've done the exact same with being on the road. With the tarmac, I chose a figure and I actually didn't like it to start with, so I changed them all. And now we're sort of at an area that I quite like, and I think the wear's wearing quite nice. All right, that's our morning routine. Fucking idiot, look at this. We had to take this down. There's the filter for the fan, the aircon. We haven't used the bloody thing, so we don't need it on there. But every time we travel, she pops down, and you found it like it's either actually down or it's just about to fall down. So we've decided just to take that off, rather than tape it up or anything like that. We just took it off. We don't use it. Tyres are all done.
You ready to go then?
Ready to go. So, right now, I've chosen 36 PSI on the caravan, the rear of the car, and then 32 for the front of the car. We'll see how we go. I could be wrong, I could be right. We'll test it, see what it feels like, and go from there. I'm not an expert with it. We're just trialing stuff, alright? And we're off. Let's get it. I'm excited. I hope you're excited, because this will be gold. What do you reckon, Dale? This is our lazy way of going, you know what? We'll stop that dust. How good's that? I love it. That's going to work a treat. Alright, let's get in the car. Let's get out of here. Alright, we have pulled up. We're about 40 k's into the trip. It's as rocky as all buggery. Not too corrugated, not too bad. The roads are actually pretty smooth. It just has some nice big rocks. So about 40 k's, we're just going to check everything, run through it, make sure everything's rattling right and doing its thing. Make sure the tyres feel all right. We've got them at the right pressure. They're not too hot, and that sort of thing. And that's it. But we did get this cool little bridge, so I'm going to get the drone up as well quickly and have a look. In the middle of butt we got an art exhibition. Let's go and have a look. Oh, look at this. People with all their travelling stickers. Recognise yourself or someone that you're mates with. So, I don't know anything about this. It says come in at your own risk and don't climb the stuff because they're unsafe. Lucky, because I was thinking about doing it until that sign was there. Alright, let's have a look. So, turns out it's a bit bigger than I expected. I think it's a drive around one. So I'm going to drive in there. I'm lazy, alright? You'd think I'd want a break from behind the wheel, but my feet said otherwise. There you go. Hope you enjoyed seeing some of the road along the way. She's pretty rocky, and then corrugations here and there. There's been a few dips and stuff like that, but nothing major. Stuff that, yeah, check your van, check over your stuff, and do a bit of prep, but nothing too bad. We've stopped at the old Gun Bridge. Maddie's gone through the van. Let's see if we got any damage. Majarella?
So far, so good.
This has almost come off, hey?
Yeah. This slid forward.
Oh yes, when she says this, she's talking about?
The table slidey bit on top of the washing machine.
Make yourself at home, Luna. We're not stopping. Look at it. Alright, I'm going to look at the bridge. And here, you got the bridge. I've got to admit, it would be pretty cool to be on this thing from like back in the day with this view. Well, even the new one, I guess. But it's bloody expensive. I don't know if I'll ever do it in my lifetime, but the views would have been incredible. So you have it, the bridge. We did drive past, it said like artesian water or something like that on Wiki Camps. I'm not 100% sure. We don't have service to check. I don't know if it's the bars that were here. So we maybe did miss the artesian spring, sorry. So we maybe did miss the spring baths. I'm not 100% sure. But when we get service tonight, we'll see what we missed or got to do. So that's it. Keep chugging. So, the old light. As I said, check your stuff. So we came around, and I wasn't even going to check my spotlights. You know, they've never actually rattled. So I thought, no worries, she'll be fine. I rattled it, and it was bloody loose, wasn't it? Check me nut, all good. Turns out the bracket, which once we get it off, I'll show you, the bracket is actually starting to fracture where the welds are and come loose. So this is it. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that wobbling right. So she's fractured here and over there all the way along. So that's just going to come off. Right now. So that's it. That was about to happen with that on there. So we don't want that. Lucky we caught that, you know. Anything could go wrong where that flies off, hits one of our tyres, does something, who knows, hits someone else, bouncing around. So check it, rattle it. Why is it like that? And there we go, we picked up something that's probably been happening over time. There was dirt in it already, so I don't think it's just today's fault. That's just what happens. We've done thousands of corrugation tracks in this car. They've been on there since we brought it. So it's just one of those things, guys. It's not something I'm stressed about, not something I'm blaming this track for, because it could have happened in any of the bloody tracks that we've done. Ren, I think you will have seen the little road in. Apparently, we've bent a leg.
I think it's just this part.
And scraped her on the way down. But you know, that's good, right? Because now it's taken all the bloody mud off for us, looked after us. Oh yeah, look at that, she's bent. Nice, Maddie. What'd you do that for?
Is that cap? Was that cap already missing too?
Yep.
Okay. I think that was it.
We've pulled up at Line Maddie.
Give me a moment. Beresford Bore Railway Siding Ruins.
There you go.
Just like that.
Railway siding ruins. I'm not going inside. These ruins, I don't know about this area, but before, they were bloody half fallen over and stuff. So, I'm not interested in shit falling on top of me. It'll be just our luck. So, here you go. Maybe around the back. It's also a campground, so you can stay here around the area. There's someone over there actually camping already. So you could pull up here for the night or keep chugging on. I think William Creek is what, I'm going to say between 50 to 55 k's from now. And there's 2 more free camps in between that. So we're going to keep chugging, but I just wanted to see this. I actually drove past it, so I had to chuck a Yui back. This is cool. So, this is where we dug in. I'll show you. We came up. It is a bit steep. Up over that little hill. And then we've dug in with the bloody arm right here. And down. Oh no, scraped there again. So, with that, I think the only reason I scraped is because the drawbar doesn't come in line with the chassis. It drops down. I wonder if that makes the van sit that a bit lower, and that's why I've hit that one. I was actually always worried about that when purchasing this one, because I knew I was going to drag it to a place. Let's test if it works. Yep. It works, it's just full of dust. Hey, it's a bit blowy, but we've bloody made it. Alright. The leg survived. It's working. Look. Might be a little bit on the piss, but that's it. I think we've driven 207 k's on the dirt, plus whatever turn-offs we did. I wouldn't have a clue. Have a go at that sunset though. Are you kidding me? How good is that? What a sunset. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Just sitting out the front of the pub having a beer. We've got Luna with us, so we're sitting out the front. Beautiful sunset, still bloody going down. Can you believe it? How good's that? What a view.
It's pretty stuff.
No, seriously, what a view. Oh my god. Stop it. So, fuel price. $2.99. That's for unleaded. Oh, it's the exact same for diesel. There you go. $2.99. Cheap as a packet of chips per litre. Here, tell us about it, please, Dale.
The line from Coward Springs to William Creek.
All right, perfect. Let's roll. Pause that and watch it yourself.
Good morning, guys. It's another beautiful day here on the Oodnadatta Track. We are at William Creek this morning. Had a great night here. It was nice and peaceful and quiet. But we're about to hit the road again. Come on with us.
So a lot of people have asked about the track and what the Oodnadatta Track's like. So this is a great example. We've got corrugations and then a bit flat. You're dodging these big rocks that are all over the road in places. The worst place that I've found so far is corners. Every bloody corner has the biggest corrugations on it, but other than that, you're alright. So every corner we sort of just slow down and go around it that way, try and choose the best line we can and the safest line. But other than that, they're straight, it's a dirt road, you're just dodging big rocks and trying to find the smoothest road you can. So be safe out here, just take it easy, you shouldn't be in any bloody hurry. You're on a track to enjoy it, so do it. On those little dips, watch out for them. Alright, that's the road. I might try and get some closer up footage soon. See how we go. Pulled up. We're at Duff Creek. There's a little bridge from the old garden, so sussing that one out. Nice little pit stop. Again, just check over the van real quick, go through everything. But I'll tell you right now, I don't want to call it too early because I don't want to jinx myself for the rest of the road, right? But the this road has been so much better from this leg, so from William Creek to the Oodnadatta part already. So that's fantastic. The only thing is there seems to be a lot more dips that we're going through now. So we're going a little bit slower through that, but otherwise it's been a bloody terrific road compared. And I assume that is because most people are turning off at William Creek through to Coopapedy, because pretty much everyone we met said that's what they're doing. They're not going to complete the whole track. So there you go. Now have a look at the bridge.
Hey.
What you doing?
Luna's like, where's that voice come from?
Hi, Bubba. What you doing? Nugget. Another beautiful slip. Another beautiful bridge. What do you reckon?
Pretty cool.
Is it the best one yet?
No.
Oh, what one was the best one?
The one that I walked across the riverbed to the next side.
Oh, was that really good? Oh, I didn't even look at that one. Whoops. I didn't think it was that great. How cool is this view? There's nothing around. It's been on the road now for, what, 2 hours, 3 hours? We've passed, I don't know how many people, they're going the same direction. We've had about 5 people, so, and then past probably another 5, so there's not many people doing this part of it. I'd say this, road-wise, has been fantastic. So I appreciate everyone who's turning off and heading to Cooper Pedy because they don't want to actually finish the track, or if they're going to link back up to Oodnadatta through Cooper Pedy. So I can't complain, but I love it. It's so good. There we go, this. I've done a thing. Not a good thing, but I've done a thing, right? This is why I say, always check, right? Always check. And make sure, before you take off, it's all good. Can you see that? Can you see that? Well, there's meant to be an Anderson plug and a trailer plug on them. Yep. That's what happens when you just leave them. And they do that for 40 k's. How good's that? No trailer lights now. We're laughing. So, gonna have to try and come up with a temporary fix for that one. Just for the rest of the track. We still got 260 k's, and I definitely am not getting spare parts for it. So, either it's going to be cable tied up and we got nothing, or I don't know.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes.
Here you go. So, the old boy, he's fixing the 12-pin plug still. I've been on the phone. I've just pushed Maddie into the bushes without even realising. We're going to suss out the bridge. The sunset's just set the drone up, but now I'm missing out on seeing it. So I've got to quickly come up here, have a look. You'll see there's a whole heap of water behind this bridge here. So whatever creek bed this is, there's heaps behind there. And anywhere else I've put the drone up so far, there's been none. I've thought it's just been as dry as dry. So pretty incredible to finally see some water, hey?
Yeah.
Something bridge.
Algebuckina.
She's not sure if she said that one right, I can tell you that with confidence. This is pretty cool. Probably, as Maddie just said to me, the best stop. Like, you can actually walk on the bridge. You got a view. I'd say this is our favourite place so far. The view is incredible. Yeah, you're right. This is probably one of the best, eh? what a view. I've got to say, if you're doing the Oodnadatta Track, stop here. What's it called, babe? Hit me with the line.
Whatever this bridge name is, so I'm going to have to put it below.
How bad is it that we don't even know where the hell we're stopping? We just pull up. All right, the information will be below on this one, all right? Or she'll put it up on the screen of what this is called. But definitely put this one here. It's free. You obviously got to be self-contained and all that stuff. There's nothing here. So, yeah, but definitely put this one on there because the view is phenomenal. It's the only one I've seen with water. And you can take the experience walking along it. We've stopped at a lot of these bridges and none of them have looked like this so far. So, this is cool. G'day, welcome back.
Howdy doody.
So it's the next day. We're out of here. It's pretty late, right? We had that trailer plug. Well, it's on, all right? It's not the best job, but it'll get us to Alice Springs. We've ordered some new ones online and we'll pick them up. So we're out of here. We're still hitting the track. Come along. There's so much more to see and explore still. You ready? So this is, I'll quickly show you the job. The old boy, he's been working hard at it. We got an Anderson plug. Oh, there you go, it's broken already. And a trailer plug. It'll get us going. It's, what do you do? What do you do? I'll wear that one. So, alright, come with us. Let's see this good place. What's your favourite stop on the Oodnadatta Track? Tell us, have you ever done it? Would you do it? Are you not ever going to do it? It seems a bit rough. I don't know. But stick around. We'll give you the conclusion on what we think of it, what we personally think of it, what went wrong. We'll give you the list and we'll go from there. 11:15. We're finally hitting the bloody road. Very exciting. We're not going to finish the Oodnadatta tonight. It'll still be another stop. We're not sure where, and then we'll finish it the next day. So, pretty exciting. What a trip. Very, very cool to be just so remote. And I'll be 100% honest, like we're Leaf Spring Caravan, and I'd say it's handled it pretty well. Like I say, we'll go through the list at the very end again of what went wrong with the car and with the caravan. What was my fault? What wasn't my fault? I guess you could argue it's all my bloody fault. So we'll do that at the end once we're finally finished, because I don't think we're done yet. So I believe there's going to be a couple more things. How you going? Real quick, I just want to show you the road of what you can expect, all right? Here you've got decent sized rocks. These ones aren't too bad, and you've got a nice clear path, to be honest. They're not laying in the road too much. And then it's quite flat. So that is pretty comfortable, easy driving. Then you've got dips, and there's a fair few dips for the creek beds. And you see you've got massive rocks. They're going to be in the way. You've got to watch them so you don't do a tyre and you don't want to puncture it. So, and then you've got these whoops, also known as corrugations. Try and choose your best line, and they're quite thick, these ones. It's so hit and miss. The road's forever changing. I've tried to film as much from the car as I could in that regard, so you could sort of see it, but I thought I'd give you a bit more of a closer look. Corners are the worst. Coming up to a corner where you're guaranteed to have bloody corrugations. I don't think there's been a corner we haven't. A lot of dips, a lot of these creek dips and different things. We've passed some signs that were said like 5Ks, just dips, so watch out for them. Just take it easy. The best part of the road so far, Willem Creek to Oodnadatta. This is by far the best compared to from Marie to Willem Creek. That road was pretty corrugated, and I believe it's due to the amount of traffic that's on it. and then people veering off. So if you're worried about it and you thought, geez, that first part was pretty bad, the next part, it does get better. All right, and I'm not sure from then on. I'll let you know when we get there. Oodnadatta, we're bloody here. We've pulled up, we found the pink Roadhouse. We've done it. Yeah, cool. Everything's pink. So we just pulled up, not sure what we're exactly doing yet. We'll probably go in and have a look around, obviously. We might have to sit outside, we'll see how we go. Here at the bloody pink Roadhouse, having a beer. How cool is this? What a little spot. Middle of nowhere. One thing I didn't know, it's got everything you need in there. It's like a little general store, supermarket, food, everything. I didn't expect it to be so big. So anyway, cheers from us. I'm sure we'll get some B-rolly stuff and have a look around, but this is us for now. Cheers. One thing I haven't mentioned, the flies are friendly. So pack a fly net, definitely worthwhile, and bring some spray. So whatever your favourite one you reckon is, have a crack at that. Because I'd be bringing it. Not too bad though, you get used to it. They don't eat much.
Oh, that was hot. Oh,
That's so good.
they're delicious chips.
Well, apparently, save some for me, mate. Cheers. Alrighty, road talk again. Now, it's the biggest thing that everyone stresses about, I personally believe, is what's the road conditions like when doing a trip like this. So I'm sorry if this video has been a lot about that and you may have found that boring, but I know a lot of people would love to hear about it. So, alright, we're going into it again. So to recap, from Marie to William Creek, the road was quite rough, corrugated every bloody corner, a lot of dips, corrugations. They were there, you knew about them. They tested everything, and we paid the price. From William Creek to the Oodnadatta was a level up. It was beautiful, super smooth. You had corrugation still in the loops and stuff, and there was quite a few dips in that one. Now, after Oodnadatta to, is it Marella, sorry darling?
Marla.
Marla, sorry. Marla is, this road is like a freaking highway. So the whole road just keeps changing as we go. But look, we're heading to a grid, no corrugations here that we normally would have, and then there'd be full of corrugations here. We're straight over. I don't know if it's just been graded or what's happening here, but like this is easy as. So easy. You would take a car on this road. Oh, here you go.
Oh.
There's a slight bump there, bloody hell. So just to give you an idea, that's what you're sort of looking at. That's our experience. Obviously it could change, whether it's been raining and dug up, whether they've just graded it or not. If I do see a grader further up the road, you'll know about it, I'll tell you. But at this stage, this second part has been, it seriously is like a bloody highway. I don't know, maybe it is recently graded. I'll let you know if it is. Alright, so I'll give you an update. It's one of those things that people really, really want to know about, what the road's like and what to sort of expect. I hope I've done that justice for you, and you get to see what this is like, because I have tried to focus on that. And I'll be excited to look back at what we got to view, because this Oodnadatta trip's been like right up there. Hey, we're just talking about it as one of our most exciting trips and things that we've done since we've hit the road, which is really cool. So definitely, if you're into this sort of thing in the middle of the outback, definitely try and do it. We've only got the Semi-Off Road van. I'll give you a rundown on how that all went when we pull up, and I'll go through it, but you know, definitely try and have a crack and see how you go. What's been the highlight of the trip?
Probably where we stayed last night, seeing the bridge with like the rails still up on the slide, and it still had the sleepers and the rail lines from the old gun. I think that was, and watching the sunset behind it was amazing. What about you?
I personally have to say, from start to finish, the differences in landscape, for being so remote, having so much different stuff to see, having hills, having it so flat and vast so you can see the horizon and stuff, I personally have found that really incredible. Yeah,
Goes from white sand to red sand,
yeah,
actual dunes
yeah.
to solid rock.
Yeah, interesting in that regard. I've just really enjoyed that. Something I also found quite interesting, at the very start of the trip, I thought the road would be better. I actually expected it like this. Just well looked after and maintained. So I did underrate the first part of it. Like, I thought it was quite rough compared to what I was thinking. But now this is a breeze. Yeah, it's super smooth.
It has roughened up a little bit since we were talking just a second ago. Not completely graded,
Slightly.
but it is still very good compared to the other two sections.
What's something that surprised you about this track?
Well, I hadn't really done any research on it at all. I didn't know what we were getting into. I didn't realise it followed like the old rail or anything like that. So having all the ruins, like all the different like old railway stations, stuff like that, I didn't know any of that sort of stuff was going to be here. So that was quite surprising for me.
Yep.
What about yourself?
This is a personal one. I'm surprised that I really do not feel remote. Like, from all the trips that we had done previously, back up in Karatha and Broome and stuff like that, like, we were in the middle of nowhere with really out help.
Yeah.
And here, like, I just don't feel that remote. Like, at the end of the day, we're very lucky we've got Starlink. You know, we've sort of done these tracks and stuff, so I'm not an expert, don't get me wrong, but like, we sort of know what to expect and how to sort of drive it and live it and everything like that. So I'm very I'm surprised that I'm as comfortable as I am in such an uncomfortable experience for a lot of people. Like, the people that we've met have all stressed about this track and stuff like that, and where I was quite comfortable and I guess feel at home. Like, for me, this is very, you just drive it.
I think the biggest thing in that regard is you've got people driving past multiple times a day. So if you do get in a situation where you need help, there's like, you can nearly guarantee within like sort of half an hour max somebody's going to be driving past. Where in those other remote situations it could be days before you see the next person drive through. And I think that's probably where that remoteness kind of disappears a bit, because you do have somebody else who can call for help or keep driving down and help.
Would you do it again?
I think I would.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know, like, I wouldn't do it in a hurry. But yeah, I probably would, and I don't know if I would probably like to do it without the van, and maybe go off on some of the other, like the smaller little tracks that might go somewhere else, that you don't want to risk taking your van down and it's actually not going anywhere. So I think if I was to do it again, I'd do that. But yeah, I would probably do it again.
Yep.
You?
would, and this trip has made me realise that I would like to see more of the outback and go more off grid. The only thing that will let us down with this one is the caravan. Like, it's not like I've been fine with this trip, but there's been a couple of things where I've been stuck up on hills and things like that, and I am one to just want to go down a road, and this caravan just isn't going to be that adventurous enough for me, especially with just getting hung up on things and stuff like that, or like we dug it into the dirt. So the caravan's going to be our letdown in that regard, but yeah, I definitely would. Like I say, it's something that's really made me open my eyes up to want to do more remote. So if we can come up with a solution, whether we have to change caravan or something, I'm not sure, but we'll discuss that play by ear. But at this stage, we're happy with the caravans. Like, it's handled this track fine. It's just my biggest thing that I've always said since we brought it was I do worry about that drawbar, and yes, it is letting us down at the moment from being that low. So what do you do? That's life, compromise. I can't help it. I'm not exactly rich, so I can't just go, bam, let's buy da-da-da. So it is what it is. So I did say I'd bring you back if I thought they were grading it. There's a bloody grader right over here. Obviously I don't know how far yet and whatever, but so she's pretty freshly graded, and that's why this party is so good. So I'll give you an update officially once we finish the track. We've still got another 150 k's. We will be stopping tonight. We're not going to finish it today. Fingers crossed it's still nice, because it's been a dream.
Hopefully they're going that way.
That's true. See how we go. How the bloody are you going? Another gorgeous sunset. Absolutely beautiful. We have pulled up Kathleen Creek. We've been here for a while. We've just been chilling out. But I thought I'd better show you before everything's gone. And the bloody mozzies are out in force tonight, I'll tell you. This is the first time we've had them, so beautiful little spot. We're right next to the track. So the road is literally just here. They go through, so pretty cool. But I enjoy like watching people's setups and what they have, like whatever you have, I just enjoy watching it. So I thought it'd be cool to be somewhat near the road. 2 cars gone past. 2. Nice little 100 series. So anyway, I'll miss out. We've got a little creek bed. Goes down for a little while. It's all muddy and stuff like that. I don't reckon there'd be any fish. I wouldn't have a bloody clue, but the best part is we're not in lizard country yet, so none of those big buggers. Last leg, we're leaving. It's the next day, so we're off. I think we've got about 100 k's to Mala, and then that'll be the end of the Oodnadatta. So I'll give you a full recap at the end of it, and I'll show you along the way if we find something pretty cool, or I'll continue to show you the road. We'll see how we go. I'm excited. I love it. I think we'll be in the Northern Territory in a couple of days. Just blown away by that. Never been there. Yeah, bittersweet. South Australia is an absolute gorgeous state. Absolutely love it. This area has just been phenomenal. Absolutely loved every minute of Flinders Ranges, now in the Oodnadatta area. So yeah, I guess it's very surreal to be thinking we're heading to NT. It's been a long time coming that we've thought about it and things like that, so very, very exciting, as every day is bloody on the road. Everything's a new adventure, so it's awesome. Alright, come along. Let's get this next 100 Ks under our belt and let's see what this track's like. I hope we get some cool views. There you go. It's official. We've done it. We stopped at the last sign. That was 30 Ks out. This is it. The tarmac's literally right here. We're about to head into Marla, fill up with water, do whatever we have to do. What a track. 4 days. It took us. And it was absolutely fantastic. So that's it. The track's bloody done, back onto the black stuff. So I won't give you a full rundown yet. I'll wait until we've stopped. I'll go over the van, go underneath it and just double check everything before we let you know what's happened and everything like that. So alright, another glorious roadside camp. We're a little bit in this time, quite lucky. The road's over there about 200 metres, I'm going to say. Just awesome. So we're not in NT yet. I think we're like 150 Ks maybe from the border. So we've just pulled up. Side of the road, free camp, 24 hours. Just relaxing. Whilst I remember, little tip, the place just off Oodnadatta, Marla, on Wiki Camps it says that there's a place that has water. It doesn't have water, and if you ask the caravan park if you could potentially fill up or something like that, the lady behind the counter just sort of smirked apparently and said, if you pay for a night's accommodation here, then you can fill up. So you sort of have to stay at the caravan park to be able to fill up, and we weren't going to do that. I was happy to pay a little fee or something like that, don't get me wrong, but apparently that water station there, if you plan on it, because we needed water, is been out of action for like a year. Just a heads up, don't rely on it. Alright, g'day. The next day, we're back. We've finished Unpowered track, and people are asking what went wrong. So I'm going to show you. First one, right, my issue. I left the trailer plugs undone. We absolutely smashed the 12-pin and the cables, and then the Anderson plug. It came off. What do you expect? Dragging along 40 Ks. My bad, alright. I stuffed up. Then to the front, this bracket. So this bracket started to fracture. Well, not this one, but this type of bracket started to fracture, and it was quite wobbly. So we took the light off. I snapped the bracket and took it off before it became an actual issue for anybody along the track if it just fractured off. Honestly, other than that, nothing outside. I lie. One more. The only other issue, mirror reflector. Look at that. Absolutely devastating. And this little metal piece, I just need to put some more pot rivets back into it. They popped loose. I got underneath today. I checked the car, I checked the caravan, and I can't see any signs of fractures or anything like that with the welds. Everything seemed to held up really, really well in that regard. Everything's fine with the car. Just a bit of dust. A lot of dust. Some of it, like that dirt there, is from another track. But, so if you're worried about dust and getting your gear dusty, maybe not the track for you. But outside, really surprised. A semi-off road van, right? Leaf spring suspension, and it held up really well. I think my main issues came from at the start of the track. I had my van at 36 psi. I dropped it down to 30, and I think it just rode like a dream after that over the corrugations and stuff. The other thing, we may have been, I'm moving inside. These flies are friendly. We also may have been super lucky with the track. I believe that potentially some of the track was graded before we got onto it. So I think we might have, in between, say, William Creek and say 100 k's after Oodnadatta, I think that road was really, really nice, and either side was quite rough. The last bit, I wouldn't say was the roughest, but more of a challenge where there was a few washouts in the road and things like that. So they've got markings. Think about the road. Like, the corners were the worst for corrugations. They had red flags where you could see a washout, right? So look for a little red flag. And when a dip's coming up, they seem to have the white posts on the side. So, and the signage was pretty good. Enough about that. What else happened in here? The glass. So this glass thing is just screwed in, and that fell down onto here, but we caught that before anything had happened. Dust ingress. Thanks, babe. Dust ingress. So we put a towel there to stop it. Oh, Luna wants to have a look. Yep, that looks all right now, she reckons. We put a towel there just to stop it whilst we're on the track. And that seemed to do the job really, really well for us. I believe most of the dust was coming in through the wheel well, and it was only on one side too. Like, it's honestly not even that bad. The only thing is, it really did come from the bottom right up through those cupboards. So it's through all our pots, it's over all the cutlery and stuff like that. We just had a lot of that, and that really didn't bother us. You just grab a bloody tea towel, wipe it down, you're laughing, and off you go. Other than that, you would have seen the video, we prepped a little bit and did Loctite our windows. They definitely would have come loose. They've been a hassle since we got on the road, so you know corrugation's going to bloody rattle it loose. And some people have said about fracturing with their semi-off-road vans and stuff like that underneath with the suspension. And my thought would be, if you're worried about it, one, have it checked out. If you're going to do a track like this and you have a semi-off-road van, ask somebody's advice, a professional, definitely not me. To have a look underneath and see if it could be strengthened, where the welds are and things like that. I don't know, I'm not a bloody engineer, I'm not a welder, but I believe it should help. So would I do it again with another semi-off-road van? I would. I don't think the track was that bad. I think, as I said before, the issue was me with my tyre pressures. We lowered them from 36 to 30, and I really felt like we just floated along over the top of them. We didn't have the same issues that we did when we on day one. So yeah, I'd say that's it. If you've got any other questions about the track, put them below. Hit us up, ask us anything. We've done it now. Bloody exciting. I'll do it again. Absolutely beautiful trip. One thing to remember, it is a track. So if you're a person like us that sort of has done a track to a location, it's sort of not that sort of place as such. You have all the little things along the way, so you get that history and everything like that, where normally we would just drive on a track to a waterhole, but this one is from point A to point B and see some great things along the way and meet some wicked people. There's some awesome people out there doing it. So I think that's it. Hit us up, let us know what your thoughts are. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope it helps. I hope it inspires you to get out there and maybe tackle one of those tougher tracks that you may not have. It's not as bad as what you would think. There was bloody cars that have done it. We've seen some we've seen an on-road Jayco doing it with on-road tyres, you know. Everybody's different, you know. So if you think it's something that you could tackle, have a look, have a crack. One thing I'd definitely suggest is make sure you got your premium cover on your insurance before you leave, because that is really, really going to help you to get towed out or something if you do come across an issue and you need help, because there will be the RAC or that sort of roadside assistance on either end. We've seen both of them, so you'd be able to get out of the Kapupska if you needed. But here's up. Any questions? We're here to help. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being part of the family. We absolutely love you. We hope you enjoyed this one. It was really cool. Something that was quite spur of the moment we just went for and loved it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Get ready for the next one, because we don't know where the bloody hell we're heading, but we're going to be crossing over the Northern Territory border, and it's bloody exciting. So come along. Let's get it. Maddie doesn't give a shit about audio quality. She'll just bang it down. See, she just keep going, mate. If you ask Maddie to be quiet, she'll act like a herd of horses chasing, running away from something. They actually weren't too bad at all. That was a really good corner. It's bloody windy. It is. You gonna go for a swim? Don't expect her to come save you with that sort of swimming technique. Try that? It was like, I didn't just go. I went, boing. I like put it on a spring. I'm dedicated to the shots. I won't fall. It's all right. I thought you were waving then. Maddie has been such a girl. Look at this.
Such a good girl.
Do you want me to pinch your cheeks?
Oh, your hands are freezing.
Yes, I know. I tried to warm them up by the heater. Come here. Sit down with you. Sit down with you. Tomorrow, what are we doing? I don't know. I'll just have a conversation by myself. Another glorious... What? You just picked up the camera. Start talking, mate. Oh, I thought the flies had gone. I was going to mention that. They're here to stay. It's almost dinner time, so it's lucky.